soft goods, cash for the fancy goods.
Cash for the noggins and the froggins and the firkins. Cash for the bomb set, cash and demi-done. Cash for the crackers and the pickles and the fly-paper.
Oh, what do you talk? 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 What do you talk?
You can talk, you can talk. You can figure, you can talk. You can talk, bigger, bigger, bigger. You can talk all you want, but it's different than it was.
No, it ain't, but you got no the territory. Why small T4? Pay the trouble, pay the people wanna go, wanna get up and go. 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 22, 23 miles to County City.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Who's gonna patronize an itty-bitty 2x4 kind of store anymore?
What do you talk? What do you talk? Where do you get it?
Not the Model T, all together at the store, at the Madrid store, at the President store, at the President Modern Departmentalized grocery store.
What do you talk? 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 Where do you get it? What do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk? Where do you get it?
You can talk, you can bigger, you can talk, you can bigger, you can talk, bigger, 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 you can talk all you want, but it's different than it was. No, it ain't, but you got no the territory.
Why, sir? You need a biscuit made in trouble. You need to put the crackers in the package, You need a biscuit in an airtight sanitary package, make the cracker barrel obsolete.
Cracker Barrel went out the window with the mouth pouch cut John by the stove. Changed the approach of a traveling salesman and made it pretty hard.
No, it didn't, but you got another territory. Gone with the hogshead, cascade, diligent. Gone with the sugar round, fickle bell, milk pan. Gone with the pan and the pail and the tears.
Ever be a fell by the name of Hill?
No! Just a minute.
Never heard of any salesman Hill.
No, he doesn't know the territory.
Doesn't know the territory.
What's the bell's on?
Never worries about his life.
Never works about his life.
Another Cracker Barrel being up to or you need a biscuit in an airtight sanitary package. Throw the Model T4.
Just a minute.
Worries about his life.
Never worries about his life.
Or doggone thing, he's just a baby bell ring, a big old regular, never gonna rip for it every time a bull's ass sells. That's Professor Harold Hill.
Tell us what's the slide? What's the slide?
He's a fake and he doesn't know the territory.
Well, what do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk?
He's a music man.
He's a what?
He's a music man. They sell some of their to the kids in the town with the big trombones, their fat tax dogs, their big brass bass. And big gloves and clubs. Uniforms too with a shiny gold braid undercoat and a big red stripe on it.
Well, I don't know much about bands, but I do know you can't make a living selling big trombones. No, sir. Mandolin picks, perhaps, and here and there Jews hard.
No, the fella sells bands. Boys band. I don't know how he does it, but he lives like a king, and he dallies and he gathers and he plucks and he shines. And when the man dances, certainly boys bless. The piper pays him. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. When the man dances, certainly boy bless. The piper pays him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But he doesn't know the territory.
River City. We're across the state line into Iowa. Population 2,212. Cigarettes illegal in this state.
Now, if you're all through, I'll tell you about Harold Hill.
You really know Harold Hill?
Never seen the man in my life, but I do know this. He's given each and every one of us a black eye. After he's worked over the town, the next salesman to arrive gets automatically tarred and feathered and roped to the city limits on a rail. What do you think? That's funny. Wait till it happens to you. Your hair will never go back. But why should he get run out of town on a rail? Because in order to sell band instruments, instruction books, and uniforms, he has to guarantee to teach those kids to play. Well, and to force those kids into a band with himself as the leader.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, he don't know one note from another. That's what's wrong with that. And what's more, he can't tell a stroke or a pipe organ. I'll catch up with that swindling two-bit thimble rigger, and when I do, I'll squeal on him so loud.
Wow, you're mad, Charlie. Sure like to be around when you catch up that fella.
Well, it won't be here. Not in Iowa. Not even the great Professor Harold Hill will try with these neck-bone hot guys out here.
Gentlemen, you intrigue me. I think I'll have to give Iowa a try.
I don't believe I caught your name.
Don't believe I dropped it.
No,
Cousin Will never come, Aunt Bertha never come.
Your Aunt Bertha's dead.
Well, she wouldn't have come anyway.
We can be cold as a falling thermometers in December. If we ice it out our weather in July. And we're so bright and stubborn we can stand and touch and close the door. We get a time and never see eye to eye. But we'll give you our shirt and our axe to go with it. If your crop should happen to
So what the heck? You don't know where to have us.
even though we may not ever mention it again, you really ought to get to Iowa. Iowa. To Butte, Des Moines, Davenport, Marshalltown, Mason City, Dearborn, Kansas, Clear Lake. Want to give Iowa a try.
I'm Mr. Squires. Yes, I'm interested in a rig for Sunday if you could accommodate me.
Well, then I expect you not to see the man in charge of hiring rigs. Who's late? As usual.
Hey, Gregory!
Marcellus?
You old son of a gun! What in... But Greg?
Professor Hill's the name, Harold Hill.
But Greg, what are you doing here? Why didn't you let me know you was coming?
Well, I didn't know it was myself. Besides, how could I end up in a little tank town like this? You were a pretty big sticker when you were in business with me.
Too many close shaves the way you were. Besides, I got me a nice comfortable girl. Ethel Toffelmeyer, boss's niece.
Gone legitimate, huh? I knew you'd come to no good.
So what's the new pitch? You're not back in the band business. I heard you was in steam automobiles.
Well, I was.
What happened?
Somebody actually invented one.
No.
Yeah, so give me the lowdown there, Mars.
You'll never get anywhere in the band business with these stubborn Iowans, Greg. Besides, we got a stuck-up music teacher here who'll expose you before you even get your grip unpacked.
Male or female?
The music teacher? She's the librarian. Female.
Just what I wanted to hear. Now, she passes by. Point her out to me, okay?
I will. So how are you going to start the new pitch?
Same old way. Keep that music teacher off balance. And then my next step would be to get your town out of the serious trouble it's in.
River City isn't in any trouble.
I'll have to create something. I have to create a desperate need for a boys' band. You remember. So, what's new around here? What can I use?
Nothing. Except the billiards parlor just put in a new pool table.
You mean they never had pool here before?
Nope, only billiards.
That'll do. See you later, Marcia. Remember, the music teacher.
Music teacher.
Are you Mr. Dunlap?
Yup.
Well, either you're closing your eyes to a situation you do not wish to acknowledge, or you're not aware of the caliber of disaster indicated by the presence of a pool table in your community. Well, you got trouble, my friend. Right here, I say trouble right here in River City. Why, sure, I'm a beer player. Certainly mighty proud to say, Mom's mighty proud to say. I consider that the hours I spend with a cue in my hand are golden. Help me cultivate horse sense, and a cool head, and a keen eye. You ever take and try to give an ironclad lead yourself from a three-rail billiard shot? But just as I say, it takes judgment, brains, and maturity to score enough offline game eyes into any food. Can take and shove a ball in a pocket, and I call that swap. The first big step on the road to the depths of David with ASA first. But this is no wine from a teaspoon, then beer from a bottle. And the next thing you know, your son is playing for money in a pinchback suit. And listen to some big out-of-town Jasper. Hear him tell about horse race gambling. And not a wholesome trot race, no, but a race where they sit down right on the horse. Like to see some stuck-up jockey boy sitting on Dan Patch. It'll make your blood boil, well, I should say. Now, friends, let me tell you what I mean. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pockets in a table. Pockets that mark the difference between a gentleman and a bum with a capital B that rhymes with P and that stands for pool. And all week long, your River City youth will be frittering away. I say your young men will be frittering away during noontime, summertime, tour time too. Get the ball in the pocket. Never mind getting dandelions cold with the screen door patched to the beefsteak pounded. Never mind pumping any water till your parents are caught with a cistern empty on a Saturday night and that's trouble. I see lots and lots of trouble. I'm thinking of the kids in the knickerbocker shirt till young ones. Peeking in the pool hall window at school. Trouble, folks, right here in River City. Trouble with a capital T and that rhymes with P and that stands for pool. Now I know all you folks are the right kind of parents. I'm gonna be perfectly frank. Would you like to know what kind of conversation goes on with the loafing around that hall? They be trying out people, trying out Cubans, trying out tailor-mades like cigarette fiends, and bragging all about how they're gonna cover up a telltale breath with Sen. One fine night, they leave the pool hall, and for the dance of the army with libertine men, and scarlet women, and ragtime, shameless speakers will grab your son, your daughter, with the arms of a jungle animal instinct, mass hysteria. Friends, the idle brain is the devil's playground, trouble. Right here in River City, with a capital T that rhymes with P that stands for pool. We've surely got trouble. Right here in River City. Gotta figure out a way to get the young ones marble after school. Well, this is River City. Heed that warning before it's too late. Watch for the telltale signs of corruption. The minute your son leaves the house, does he rebuckle his knickerbockers below the knee? Is there a nicotine stain on his index finger? A dime novel hidden in the cornbread? Is he starting to memorize jokes from Cat Billy's whiz bag? Are certain words creeping in this conversation? Words like swell. Aha, and so's your old man. Well, if so, my friends, you got trouble right here in River City. With a capital T that rhymes with P and that stands for pool. We've surely got trouble right here in River City. Remember the Maine, Plymouth Rock, and the Golden Rule. Oh, we got trouble. We're in terrible, terrible trouble. That game with the 15 numbered balls of the devil's tool. Oh yes, we got trouble, trouble, trouble. With a T, gotta run with P, and that stands for pool. Did you drop your?
No.
Didn't I meet you in the?
No.
I'll only be in town a short time.
Good.
That you, daughter?
Yes, Mama. Keep on Amaryllis. I'll be there in a minute. Hello, Mama. Hello. Fine, dear. Keep going.
I don't remember the library being open last 4th of July.
It was, Mama, all evening. Mama, a man with a suitcase has been following me all over town.
Oh, who?
I never saw him before.
Did he say anything?
He tried.
Did you say anything?
Mama, of course not. Oh, dear. Now, don't dawdle, Amaryllis. So, do, la, re, ti, mi, a little slower, and please keep the fingers curved as nice and high as you possibly can. Don't get faster, dear.
If you don't mind my saying so, it wouldn't have hurt you to find out what the gentleman wanted.
I know what the gentleman wanted.
And what's that, dear?
You'll find it in Balzac.
Well, excuse me for living, but I've never read it.
Neither has anyone else in this town.
There you go again with that same old comment about the low mentality of River City people and taking it all too much to heart.
Oh, Mama, as long as the Madison Public Library was entrusted to me for the purpose of improving River City's cultural level, I can't help my concern that the ladies of River City keep ignoring all my counsel and advice.
But darling, when a woman's got a husband and you've got none, why should she take advice from you? Even if you can't quote balls, I can chase it and all the mother highfalutin
dear. Winthrop! It's after dark. That's no way to walk into the house.
Hello.
That won't do at all. I'll have a kiss from my boy. Winthrop! That lady over there is your sister.
Hello, Winthrop.
Winthrop, where's your manners?
I'm having a party on Saturday. Will you please come? I would especially like it very much if you'd come. Winthrop?
Well, Winthrop Amaryllis asked you to her party. Are you going or aren't you?
No.
No what?
No, thank you.
You know the little girl's name.
He won't say Amaryllis because of the S. Because of his lisp. He's ashamed.
We know all about his lisp, Amaryllis. Well, Winthrop?
I'll bet he won't say it.
No, thank you, Meredith.
Amaryllis! Amaryllis! He's crying. Why does he get so mad at people? Just because he lisps?
It's not only because he lisps, Amaryllis. That's just part of it.
Well, what's the other part?
Never mind, dear. It's just that he never talks very much.
Not even to you and your mother?
No, dear. I'm afraid we all have to be a little patient.
I'm patient, even though he doesn't ever talk to me. But I do him. Every night I say goodnight to him on the evening star. You have to say it the very second you see it, too, or it doesn't count. Good night, my Winthrop. Good night. Sleep tight.
Oh, there, darling. Don't cry. You have lots of time, and if not Winthrop, there'll be someone else.
Never. I'll end up an old maid like you. I'm sorry, Miss Marion. Can I play my crosshand piece?
May I?
May I play my crosshand piece?
You may.
See, without a sweetheart, you have no one to say goodnight to on the evening star.
I know, Amaryllis. For the time being, just say good night, my someone. You can put in the name when the right someone comes along.
All right, it's good enough.
Yes, it is. Now you can play your crosshand piece.
Now I may play my crosshand piece.
Good night, my love. Sleep
to J.C. Squires for donating these fine American flags, which I believe he wants back. And thanks to Ethel Toppermeyer, our fine piano player.
That's my joke.
Player. My fellow river citizens, as your mayor, I would like to welcome you to the festivities of July 4th, held in the Madison Gymnasium on account of the weather. The school board will now present a patriotic tableau. The school board will not be presenting a patriotic tableau. Some disagreement about costumes, I presume. Instead, the Watani girls of the local Hiawatha tribe will now present a spectacle, my wife. A spectacle in which my wife, Yelene McKechnishin, will play a leading part.
What's on you? What's on you? I will now count to 20 in the Indian tongue. Een, teen, tuther, feather, fit. All right. Now who set off that firecracker?
Mrs. Shin will recover, but no thanks to a certain young ruffian who's a disgrace to our community. Now, before the Payne's Fireworks Festival, the last stage of Pompeii, will take place, providing the rain stops by 9:30. It'll be over to Madison Picnic Park, across the creek, past the pest house.
Now how can it be raining? Didn't the Gazette predict fair? Sure did, Ewart. That's what we all prepared for the store.
Oh, the Gazette's accurate most of the time, and you know it, Jason.
And you wouldn't last very long in the banking business being accurate most of the time. Looks like number 8's late again tonight.
I'm a girl.
Oh, she's late. Oh,
She's right on time. Smell the your watch.
But all on earth,
Never mind. Before we heard there's a pool table in town.
yeah.
Oh, never mind. Will you allow me to get on with the exercises now? What? Let's protect our children. Resist sin and corruption. Smite that devil and keep our young boys pure. Friends, may I have your attention, please? Attention, please. I can deal with this trouble, friends, with the wave of my hand, this very hand. Please observe me if you will. I'm Professor Harold Hill, and I'm here to organize River City Boys Band. Oh, think, my friends, how can any pool table ever hope to compete with a gold trombone? Remember, my friends, what a handful of trumpet players did to the famous fabled wall As sure as the Lord made little green apples, and that band's gonna be in uniform. Johnny, Billy, Teddy, Fred. And you'll see the glitter of crashing cymbals. And you'll hear the thunder of rolling drums, the shimmer of trumpets, ta-da-ta-da! And you'll feel something akin to the electric thrill I once enjoyed. When Gilmore, Liberati, Pat Conway, the great Creator, W.C. Handy, and John Philip Sousa all came to town on that very same historic day. 76 trombones led the big parade with 110 cornets close at hand. They were followed by rows and rows of the finest virtuosos, the cream of every famous band. 76 trombones under the sun with 110 cornets right behind. There were more than 1,000 reeds springing up like weeds. There were horns of every shape and kind. There were copper-bottom timpani and horse platoons, thundering, thundering all along the way. Double bell euphoniums and big bassoons, each bassoon having his big fat say. There were 50 mounted cannon in the battery, thundering, thundering louder than before. Clarinets of every size and trumpeters who'd improvise a full octave higher than the score.
Since Frank Roach and Strangler Lewis lay on the mat for 3.5 hours without moving a muscle. Well,
Never mind. Men, I want that man's credentials. He is a spellbinder. Someone grab this from him. He almost blew up his soul.
Why, thank you, Professor. We have to make an example of him. You know what he does, the gang does.
Let go, you fly. You wild kid, you're going after my oldest daughter. His father's one of them day laborers south of town. You wild kid, you tagging down Main Street after my oldest girl last Sunday.
I wasn't tagging.
Oh, don't you counterdict me.
We was just walking together. Jimmy, Clyde.
Oh, you watch your face on me. I know what you're doing. My little face, you see me. Now, you stay away from my old sweater, or you'll hear from me till who laid the rails. I'll talk to you Monday morning about this band thing. Over to City Hall. City Hall. Yes. Men! I want that man's credentials! Constable, I'll be responsible for the boy.
You don't know this kid, Professor. He's tough. And he's got his bang written outside.
I'll be careful. Tommy, I'd like to talk to you about the band.
Oh, gee, Professor. That's just for the little kids.
I'm not talking about playing in a band. You're mechanically minded, aren't you? Ever do anything with perpetual motion?
Nearly had it a couple times.
Well, then you're my man. Do you realize nobody has ever invented a marching piccolo player music holder? No place to hang the music.
Gee, Clyde. Wonder where I could get some wire.
Check in your cellar. That's where people keep wire. Oh, and Tommy?
Yes, sir.
I'll show you how to break up the gang, Constable.
All right.
Young lady, miss, what's your name?
Zanita, I had no idea you were beckoning to me. You got!
Zanita, do you know Tommy Jealous?
Well,
Tommy escort the young lady home.
except I'm not going home. I have to go to the library. You got!
Well, then escort the young lady home by way of the library. By way of the candy kitchen.
Yes, sir. Do I have to?
You have to.
Yes, sir.
You got!
Well, Professor, you're a pretty bright young fellow. I'll give you that. But I'm afraid you made a couple of mistakes.
Oh.
The mayor happens to own that billiard parlor and the new pool table.
Oh. What was my mistake?
That girl, Zanita, she's the mayor's oldest daughter.
Oh.
Just a second, Professor Hill. We'd like to see your credentials. We're the school board.
Academic certificate.
Nothing of the kind. We need letters and papers. Make a bit of a bond.
Wait, what am I hearing? Say, ice cream.
Ice cream, but I don't see no manifesto.
All right, then talk.
Down here. Ice cream.
Talk slow.
Ice cream. Ice cream.
See, singing is only sustained talking. Now you.
Ice cream.
Now you, sir. Now you, sir. Ladies, from now on you won't see one of those men without the other three.
Oh, Professor, you're wrong. Why, those men have hated each other for 15 years.
Ice cream, ice cream, ice cream.
How can there be
Any sin insincere? Where is the good in goodbye? Your apprehensions confuse me, dear. Puzzle and mystify, mystify. Tell me what can be fair in farewell, dear. While one single star shines above. How can there be any sin insincere? Aren't we sincerely in love? Oh, we're in love.
I don't suppose you live alone or anything.
No.
I have some wonderful caramels over the hotel.
Mr. Hill.
Professor Hill.
Professor of what? At what college college did they give a degree for annoying women on the street like a Saturday night rowdy at a public dance hall?
Well, I wouldn't know anything about that. I'm a conservatory man myself. Gary, Indiana, gold medal class of '05.
Even should that happen to be true, does that give you the right to follow me around wherever I go? Another thing, Mr. Hill, I'm not as easily mesmerized or hoodwinked as some people in this town, and I think it only fair to warn you that I have a shelf full of reference books in there, which may very well give me some interesting information about you.
Hey, Greg.
Hi, Marcellus, and don't call me Greg.
How'd you make out with the music teacher?
Scrumptious ate out of my hand the minute I tipped my hat.
She did?
Yep.
Boy, did you cut a swap tonight. For a minute even I thought you knew something about leading a band. Just like when you used to imitate that band concert fellow back in Joplin.
That's kid stuff. I'm in a rare form these days, son. You just keep your eyes on me for the next 4 weeks.
4 weeks?
4 weeks.
But it only used to take 10 days for the instruments to arrive.
Well, still does, but it takes 4 weeks for the uniform.
Oh no, Greg, you haven't added uniforms.
Uniforms and instruction books.
Instruction books? But you can't pass yourself off as a music professor. I mean, not for any 4 weeks.
Mars.
But you don't know one note from another.
I've invented a revolutionary new method called the think system. Don't have to bother with notes.
But in 4 weeks, people don't want to hear the music. You'll have to lead a band.
But when the uniforms arrive, they'll forget about everything else. At least long enough for me to collect and leave. This is a refined operation, son. I've it timed down right to the last wave of the brakeman's hand on that last train out of town. And now, Mr. Washburn, if you'll excuse me.
Gonna line yourself up with a little canoe, huh?
Well,
Say, I could fix you up with Ethel's sister. Lovely girl, teaches Sunday school.
no wide-eyed, eager, wholesome, innocent Sunday school teacher for me. That kind of gal spins webs no spider ever knew. Now listen, boy. A girl who trades on all that purity merely wants to trade my independence for her security. The only affirmative she will file refers to marching down the aisle, no golden, glorious, flaming, pristine goddess. No, sir, for no Diana do I play fawn. I can tell you that right now. I snarl, I hiss. How can ignorance be compared to bliss? I spark, I fizz. For the lady who knows what time it is, I cheer and I rave. For the virtue I'm too late to save, the sad urban quasi girl for me. Blushing, breathless baby doll baby. No, sir, that kind of child ties knots. No sailor ever knew. I prefer to take a chance on a more adult romance. No dewy young miss who keeps resisting. All the time she keeps insisting. No wide-eyed, wholesome, innocent female. No, sir, for she's the fisherman, I'm the fish you see. Hold on, I flinch, I shy. When the last of the delicate air goes by, I smile, I grin. When the gal with the touch of sin walks in, I hope and I pray for Hester to win just one more A. The sad urban wise girl's the girl for me. The sad urban wise girl for me.
Dogs, simply dogs. Hey, we're so excited about the band.
Yes.
I'm at the top of my piano girl here.
Marcellus is a lucky guy.
And this is Mrs. Squires and Mrs. Hicks. And of course you met Eulalie McCackney or Mayor's wife. Oh, isn't that exciting, Eulalie?
Oh, I couldn't say. I could not say. Oh no, I could not say at this time. My husband will wish to investigate, I'm sure, and naturally I'm reticent. Oh yes, I am reticent.
Of course, Mrs. Shin, I understand. But you see, part of my music plans include a committee on the dance. Oh no. Mrs. Shin, do that again. Your foot derailed you just now.
Well, I have a bunion there.
Oh, what grace, what natural flow of rhythm, what expression of line and movement.
Mr. Hill.
You must accept the chairmanship of the Ladies' Auxiliary for the classic dance. Mustn't she, ladies? Yes.
Eulalie McCackney. Dancing.
Then you accept?
Well, yes, I do, and I would just like...
Thank you. And now the young lady who plays piano, Miriam Prue, I believe. Well, after all, she's a librarian.
Pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little, chip, 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 talk a lot, pick a little more. Pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little, chip, 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 talk a lot, pick a little more. Pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little, chip, 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 talk a lot, pick a little more. Pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little, chip, 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 chip. Professor Hart kind of woman is wrong in everything. I'm going to tell you this about she and my dirty books.
Dirty books?
Pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little, chip, 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 talk a lot.
Ball back.
Chip, 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 chip.
until she came along. Old Miser Madison.
Miser Madison, like Madison Picnic Park, Madison Gymnasium. That Miser Madison?
Exactly! How do you think he was anyway?
Well, I should say, show off. Gave the town the old library too, didn't he?
That's just it. When he died, he left the library building to the city.
But he left all the books to her. She was seen coming and going from his place.
Scandalous.
Oh yes, that woman maid. Praise and overtures for the guilt that's guaranteed. Shall a golden glint in her eye, a silver voice with a counterfeit ring. Dispels her doubt and your reveal of multiple letters, cold steel here, where woman's heart should be.
He left River City, the library building, but he left all the books to her.
Chaucer! Emily! Balzac!
Just a second here. We need your email check. Oh, yes, just where you are, up in my hotel room. You can come with me now. 1 minute. A good night, ladies. Good night, ladies. Good night, ladies. Good night, ladies. We're going to leave you now. Farewell, ladies. Farewell, ladies. Farewell, ladies. We're going to leave you now. The library. Thank you. It's all right, I know everything and it doesn't make any difference.
What are you talking about?
You were probably very young. Anyone can make a mistake.
What?
No apologies, no explanations. Please, I'll only be in town a short time, and the sadder the wiser girl will be.
Will you please make your selection and leave?
Oh, I have.
Well, what do you want to take out?
The librarian!
Quiet, please.
The librarian. You're not listening, Marion. Look. Marion. Marbles, 6 steelies, 8 aggies, a dozen peewees, and 1 big glassy with an American flag in it. I think I'll drop it.
No!
Madam Librarian. What can I do, my dear, to catch your ear? I love you madly, madly, Madam Librarian. Marion, heaven help us if the library caught on fire and the volunteer hose brigademen had to whisper the news to Marion. Madam Librarian. What can I say, my dear, to make it clear? I need you badly, badly, Madam Librarian. Marion, if I stumbled and I busted my whatchamacallit, I could lie on your floor unnoticed till my body had turned to carrion. Madam Librarian. Now in the moonlight, a man could sing it. In the moonlight, and a fellow would know that his darling had heard every word of the song with the moonlight helping along Madeline Rian Marshmallow? Well, Tommy, you had a pretty good morning. 11 sales out of 12 tries. I'll tell you what, I head on home, I'll try a couple by myself.
Goodbye, Professor.
Thanks, Tommy.
Yes, hello and welcome to the Shin residence. Professor Hill. Just a minute, are you soliciting? Why, you haven't got a license.
Why, no, Mayor. You see, I collect doorbells, and this particular specimen has been...
Flattery will not avail you. Soliciting is statutory in this county. Malfeasance without a permit. Say, why haven't you been down to City Hall with your references?
Well, I just missed you, I would. No, wait. Mr. Mayor, your hand, oh no.
What?
The spread of that little finger, it's hereditary.
Well, what does that mean?
It means that your son's little finger is perfectly situated to operate the spit valve on a B-flat flute horn.
Is that good?
Good. It means that America has at last produced an artist who can flute with a minuet waltz in under 50 seconds.
Well, where can I get one of these horns?
Just sign here, Mr. Mayor. It'll be $7 import fee.
Oh, yes, just to think I could have missed this whole lot. Grrr, I haven't got a son, you unscrupulous, you unvoluptuous flu-by-night, you must be down to City Hall with your by-God references at 3 o'clock.
You mean this afternoon?
Oh, I couldn't make myself any plainer if I was a Quaker on his day off.
Mrs. Peru, do you realize you have the facial characteristics of a cornet virtuoso?
I don't know if I understand you entirely, Professor.
Well, if your son has that same firm chin and the splendid cheekbones, by George. Not that he'd ever really be great, you see, but...
And in the name of St. Bridget, why not?
Well, you see, all the really great cornet players were Irish. O'Miller, O'Cronkey, O'Hoffman.
Oh, but Professor! We are Irish!
No. Well, that clinches it. Sign here, Mrs. Peru. Your boy was born to play the cornet. Yes, yes. And that'll be $7 earnest money. Nothing more due until the opening of band practice.
Yes, 7.
Thank you. And I'll need the boy's measurements for his uniform.
His uniform?
Hello, son.
Oh.
Why, certainly his uniform, which will give him 4 weeks to enjoy, to anticipate, and to imagine at no cost whatsoever. Never allow the demands of tomorrow to interfere with the enjoyment and excitement of today.
Would it have
A stripe? Why, yes, my boy, a wide red stripe on each side. What do you think of that?
Oh,
Do I?
oh, you'll have to excuse Winthrop, Professor. We can hardly get him to say 3 words a day, even to us. And if you get him to play in that band, you'll have St. Michael's on the way with you. But if anybody can do it, I bet you can. Out of a crowd, I'd pick you for a hard-carrying, clay-pipe-smoking, shamrock-wearing, whiskey-drinking, Aberdeen-pinching, Terrace Hall, minstrel-singing Irishman.
Yes.
Pick up and be jumpers. Where are you from me by?
Gary, Indiana.
I knew it again. Where did you say?
Gary, Indiana. In fact, Gary Conservatory was my alma mater.
Was she now?
Why, yes, gold medal class of Op 5. How do you do, Miss Peru?
How do you do, Mr. Hill?
Peru, I thought the name sounded familiar. I tried to see you since the other
He
night.
wants to put Winthrop in the band.
We're not interested, Mama.
But Marion, the boy might have his father's musical gift. He does have my jaw, you know.
Well, your husband musical. I'd like to
Do
talk.
you burst in everyone's home like this, prying into personal affairs? We're not interested.
Marion!
Well, that's 1 for and 1 against. Now, why don't we let the boy's father
The
decide?
boy's father is dead. Anything else?
I'm sorry. All the more reason why I have something like this to do.
My brother is a 10-year-old problem child who can't understand why his father was taken away. Would you care to explain it to him? He's been brooding about it for 2 years. As to our musical tricks, why don't you go into business with some nice carnival man who sells gold-painted watches and glass diamond rings?
Musical tricks? Marion, I hardly ever... I get the feeling she likes the idea. A little cautious, perhaps, but I admire that woman. Keep me alive, and I'll be back later this week.
Oh, Professor! About the boy's measurements, I make all his clothes. Sleeve 21, waist 18, inseam 14.
21, 18, 14. Thank you. Now I must get back to the hotel.
Oh, and Professor, I hope you'll forgive Marion. She's not
Oh, don't apologize for Marion. I'm sure that at heart she's as lovely as yourself. Good day to you, Winterblue.
Has he gone?
He has. And I hope not forever. Darling, don't you ever think of your future? Gary, conservation class about 5. Now, darling.
Now, Mama, surely a girl's future doesn't depend on encouraging every fast-talking, self-centered, woman-chasing, traveling man who comes to town. And the fact that he claims his commodity is music does not, in this particular case, impress me.
All right, darling, all right. Only it's a well-known fact that if you keep the flint in one drawer and the steel in another, you'll never strike much of a fire.
Mama! Winthrop? Winthrop, I know you're there. Please go to the library and ask Miss Grubb to give you the book I set aside. It's the Indiana State Educational Journal, 1890 to 1910. It's a large brown volume with black corners.
Do I have to?
You won't have to say anything. I've written it all down. Thank you, dear.
Now, what are you up to? What do you need books for at this hour of the night?
I have a feeling the Indiana Journal may help you poke some large holes in the professor's claims.
Ah, well, I give up. At your age, if you don't mind me asking, what sort of white knight are you expecting to come riding along?
Well, I'm not waiting for Luther Griner, who backs me into the ancient history shelf every time he comes into the library.
He does.
Or Ed Gamage in that buggy of his with the removable back seat. But I'm not waiting for a man in shiny white armor either.
That's fortunate for all of us because nuns come in with that attitude.
Mama!
Zanita! Hey, Zanita!
Tommy, Mama and Papa are sitting right there in the bank. Ye gods!
All right, then meet me after supper.
I can't. It's Epworth League. I'll meet you where?
The footbridge.
The footbridge? See, what did I tell you? First the lumberyard, and then the footbridge, and where will I be after that? The Black Hole, Calcutta? Ye gods!
I just wanted to show you my invention.
What invention?
My music holder for a marching piccolo player. It still has a couple of, minor flaws. See, when you keep it tight enough to hold the music steady, you cut off your circulation and you can't wiggle your fingers. Meanwhile, you can go blind.
Tommy,
Is that the first thing I said, or isn't it?
Yes, George?
Yes, the very first thing I said, or I'll be hay with the horse. Morning of July 4th, 1912. That man is a spellbinder. And now look, my wife is off dancing at any and all hours instead of tending to household matters. George, the school board is singing up and down the alley instead of tending to city matters. And my daughter Zanita is off with some wild kid from the wrong side of town, and my business has fallen off so far that I can't find the balance books.
Mayor Shin, I found something very interesting in this book about Professor Hill's alma mater.
His who?
His university.
Oh, I've heard all about that. Only thing I can get out of the man. Gary Conservatory, class of Op 5.
Yes, but if you'll just take time to read a little bit about the conservatory, I don't think you'll have to look further. It's on page...
Papa, the Wells Fargo wagon is just over from the depot.
What? The Wells Fargo wagon? At this hour of the day? A likely story.
It could be the band instrument.
What? The band instruments?
Street, oh please let it be for me.
meantime, stay off the streets. Get acquainted with your instruments and think about the minuet in G. La-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da.
Sister, this is the most responsible thing you ever saw. Never thought I'd ever see something as responsible thing. Sister!
Round one goes to you, Mr. Hill. But I better hear some tooting out of them horns in pretty short order, or you'll see me down at the county seat.
Oh, yes.
Now, Miss Marion, about that book.
George, Prentice Fugits.
Fool, you watch your phraseology. Now, you can be on your way. I need to discuss something with the librarian. Oh, thank you.
The ladies' dance committee meets Tuesday nights at the high school. I'm counting on you to be there, Mary.
Lovely ladies, lovely. Now turn. Take the body with you. Lovely. Now, let's have a go at our Grecian notes. Go, get the books. One Grecian. Two Grecianers. Splendid, ladies. I predict that our summer display will be the highlight of the ice cream sociable. Gentlemen, if you're ready. And ladies, remember, don't make me tell you again. Always keep your face to the audience. All right, Mr. Doctor, yes.
It's you in the sunrise, it's you in my car, it's you on the way to town. It's your sweet hello, dear, that sets me up, and it's your got to go, dear, that gets me down. It's you on my pillow and in all of my dreams, till once more the morning breaks through. What words could be saner or truer or plainer than it's you?
abetting the swindling activities of a spellbinding symbol salesman. You know what I see written all over you? Reform school! Now get out! Get out, you wild kid!
It's capitalists like you that make blood in the marketplace!
Oh, you watch your phraseology, young woman! Go home! Delaney!
Yes, George.
You tend to your dance.
My dance?
I'll handle Zanita. Taking off with the wild kids from the wrong side of town.
Mr. Mayor, if I could just make you understand.
Oh, well, you can't. Oh, and by the way, thanks for nothing. I read that book you gave me from cover to cover for a week and I couldn't find a thing. Go, I'll settle your hash as soon as I get these premises off my own squirrels.
All right, but in the meantime, I want you to know that I'm vouching for Tommy Genius. That boy's got the confidence of every kid in this town. You'll be waiting in line to shake his hand by the time our band plays its first concert.
By the time your band plays its first concert, the individual members will have to foregather in wheelchairs on account of their broken legs from tripping over their beards. I'll tell you something, my fine young feathered young, my fine feathered. Never mind, Oliver, Jason, Ewart, Olin. I want that man's credentials, and I want him tonight. Don't let him out of your sights. He's slippery in the Mississippi Sturgeon.
So you want us to get his credentials?
Get his papers or get him in jail! I couldn't make myself any clearer if I was a button hook in the well water.
Okay.
Will you quit? You're singing garbage!
Okay.
Stop following me, you nitwits!
Professor Hill, I think Mayor Shin has behaved abominably, and I think it was wonderful of you coming to Tom's defense.
Well, that was nothing.
Yes, it was.
Oh no, a man can't dodge the issue every time a little personal risk is involved. What does the poet say? A coward dies 1,000 deaths. The brave man only 500. Now, of course, the mayor was already pretty mad on account of his billiard parlor. And I suppose a recommendation from a musical authority like yourself would help, but I couldn't think of asking him to do anything like that.
Why, Professor Hill?
Would you?
I'd be glad to. I just wish I was a little more informed. You see, I've been wanting to talk to you about Winthrop's cornet.
Ah, yes, his cornet, mother of pearl keys.
Yes, I'm sure it's fine, but you see, he never touches it. Oh, the first week or so, he made a few experimental blats, I guess you'd say.
Yes, blats.
And he sings the minuet dee-dee-do almost constantly. But he never touches the cornet.
Well,
He says you told him it wasn't necessary.
Well, I did.
And he tells me about some think system, that if he thinks the minuet in G, he won't have to bother with the notes. Now, Professor.
Marriott, the think system is a revolutionary new method, I'll admit. But so was Galileo's conception of the heavens, Columbus's conception of the egg, globe, Bach's conception of the well-tempered clavichord. No, I cannot discuss these things here in public, but if you allow me to call, when may I call?
Why, any night this week.
Miss Peru, please join our Death Stars committee. Oh, you are so dear dancing with Professor Hill. That's true. Recognition to my jam.
Sorry, afraid I can't let you do that, Professor. We all been deputized.
Congratulations. See, throughout the past week now, I've tried to give you fellows my references and credentials, but every time you seem to get off subject somehow. Now, I want you out of my hotel room. It'll only take me a second.
Sorry, afraid I'm gonna have to go with you.
All right, let me look for my keys. Oh, she's look for his keys. Not a big deal at all. What's this? A testimonial from Madame Reedy, the only female bassoon player to ever play on the Red Pass Circuit. Her stage name, of course. She was from Moline, Lida Rose Quackenbush.
Can I see that for a minute?
Oh, you'll never forget the name. Same as the old song. Lida Rose, I'm home again, road to get the sun back in the sky.
tell him? Ah, yes! Oh, no! Ah, fiddlesticks! Just open your mouth and let it come out!
Now, Mama.
Now, nothing. If he ever comes to call again, you'll see him alone, and if you have the gumption to tell him how you feel,
Tell him.
well, there's nothing wrong with a little lady-like hint. Winthrop, where have you been?
Fishing.
Fishing?
With Harold.
You mean Professor Hill?
Mm-hmm. And look, I still have some worms left.
Did you have a good time?
Scrumdiddlyumptious. He told me about his hometown, Gary, Indiana. He told me to take him away someday. He taught me a song that hardly any S's in it. Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana. Let me say it once again. Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana. That's the town in the West. If you'd like to have a logical explanation, happen on this elegant syncopation. I will say without a moment of hesitation, there's just one place that can light my face. Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, not Louisiana. First class, New York road. Just Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, my home sweet home. If you'd like to have a logical explanation, how I happened on this elegant syncopation, I will say without a moment of hesitation, there's just one place that can light my face.
Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana.
Not Louisiana, Paris, France, New York road. Just
Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana,
Gary, Indiana, my home sweet home. I'll be back in a minute. I have to go show Emma Rose my live frog. La-di-da, la-di-da.
If you think you'd ever see the day Winthrop singing.
Oh, this is wonderful. Oh, leave the dishes. I'll do them, Mama.
But don't you have to change me the sociable?
There's time later.
Shin's look around here.
The Shin home is on East Down. This is West Down.
Ah, criminy! Say, you must be the piano teacher around here. So you must know about this fella Hill starting a boys band.
Yes?
Well, don't let him worry you no more. I got the good on him in space. Swindling too big, thimble rigger. That's why I got to see shit. I'm only passing through. Number 8 only makes a 15-minute watch stop. I wish it was 20. I'd sure like to concentrate 5 minutes on you, girly girl.
Who are you?
Name's Charlie Cat. And himself. But right now, I'm about to protect the name of the traveling fraternity from this swindle.
Mr. Cal, you're making a big mistake.
Mistake my old lady's corset color. That guy's been the raspberry seed in my business tube for too long. He's ruined Illinois for me, but he's not going to ruin Iowa. Say, what kind of piano teacher are you anyway? You didn't see through him? Why, he's no more professor than...
I know all about that. Band leaders are always called professor. It's a harmless deception. He's a fine director in his scholastic...
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Fine director? Have you heard one note of music from any band?
No, but...
But nothing, girly girl. He's never started a band in his life, and he never will.
If you'll just listen to me for a minute...
I'd like to. I got the inclination. But I gotta return this dynamite with someone on the way to the depot. Bye, girly girl. See you next time.
You'll never catch that train at the depot. You'll have to get it at the crossing.
No, sir. I've gotta leave word, and I see you're not the one to leave it with.
Just a minute, Mr. Powell. You don't know me yet.
Is, that an invitation?
No, I just meant I don't know you. And
Yes, I need more time anyway.
I've never been and before. It's something quite different.
Well, it takes a real salesman, I can tell you that. Anvils have a limited appeal. What am I doing? I gotta get back on that train or I'll get fired. And I gotta be warned about that fella Hill.
Leave word with me.
Not on your tin type. How do I know you'll deliver these letters?
Try me.
top of the evening, Miss Meredith.
Oh, why don't you and Marion come up in such a bit? I've got some jelly on the stove.
There's no jelly on the stove, Mama.
Well, I'll put some on.
Shall we set, as your mother said?
Well,
You did ask me to call.
Did I? I didn't mean anything.
Oh, Miss Marion, I'm not suggesting that your invitation inferred anything but academic enlightenment. Now, the thing system. Tried to come to explain it to you a couple times this week, but there always seem to be people around. Mostly ladies, I thought.
Yes, Mrs. Squires and several of the ladies.
Well, I'm glad of anybody beating my time. Oh, no, not you. Well, it's evidently not the convenient night, so I'll see you at the sociable later.
Professor Hill, is it true that you've had 100, what I'm trying to say is...
Yes?
Is it really true that you've developed a think system?
Why, yes, a think system. It's really very simple. As simple as whistling. Nobody has to show you how to move your lips when you whistle. You just think of a tune and it'll come out clearly. Why don't you try it yourself before you ask any question?
I'll take your word for it.
Could we sit down?
Are all music teachers as dense as I am?
All music teachers?
I dare say you meet dozens, even 100.
Well, I mean...
And have they all been as fascinated as I have with the think system?
Some more, some less. One young lady thought the very same system before I even got to her town. Showed me a few refinements.
I see.
Have I said something wrong?
Please don't let me keep you, Professor Hill. I'm sure you have many more important things to do than to explain the think system to me.
Well, I can't think of one.
And I'm sure I must be very dull company for a man of your experience.
Now, why would you say something like that?
One hears rumors of traveling salesmen.
Now, Mary, you shouldn't believe everything that you hear. After all, one even hears rumors about librarians.
I suppose you're referring to Uncle Matty?
Uncle Matty?
Mr. Madison, my father's best friend. No matter what they say, he left me in a sure job so Mother and Winthrop and I would have some security. Surely you don't believe...
No. And that's what I'm saying. Now, why do you think people start these rumors?
Narrow-mindedness, jealousy. Jealousy mostly, I guess.
Exactly. And jealousy starts most rumors about traveling salesmen. Now, what have you heard?
Oh, nothing about you personally, just generally.
Well, what have you heard generally?
Just that. But of course it stands to reason that disappointment and jealousy can lead to, take you for instance, your attentions to customers and, well, teachers might easily be misinterpreted, mightn't they? No, honestly, mightn't they?
Well,
And so you say, if another salesman or somebody were jealous, well, they could be downright lies, couldn't they?
What could?
Rumors and things.
Why, of course.
It just proves you should never believe everything you hear, doesn't it? If you discuss things.
Mary and I'd be delighted to discuss anything in the world with you, but couldn't we do it sitting down? Your knees do bend and all, right?
We could sit on the porch steps.
Or we could sit on a large double log over the footbridge.
Oh, I wouldn't think of it. I've never been to the footbridge with a man in my life.
Just to talk.
I have to change for the sociable.
Then meet me there in 15 minutes.
I just can't. Please, maybe some other time. Maybe tomorrow.
My dear little librarian, pile up enough tomorrows and you'll find you've collected nothing but a lot of empty yesterdays. Now, I don't know about you, but I'd like to make today worth remembering.
Oh, so would I.
Footbridge, 15 minutes.
15 minutes. 15 minutes. Mama! What? I just told Professor Hill I'd meet him at the footbridge in 15 minutes. Oh, Lordy, the Saints be praised, he works! What does?
I've been using the think system on you from the parlor.
Mama!
The uniforms have arrived. Yes. The kids are in them already, and the people are gonna be screaming for music when those kids show up. Here's most of the town. I got time. Tommy deflected. He's trying to hold those kids together, at least pretending to hold some practice in the lumberyard.
What time's the freight go?
9:40 from the junction.
It's not even 8:30 yet.
Listen, you want a turtle wordle around here and get yourself on the
Fine, Marcel. Be in the hotel in plenty of time. Miss Marion, you're late.
But you said 15 minutes.
Well, I meant you're about 26 years late. Took you all this time to get to the footbridge with the fella.
If you want to know the truth, it was almost longer.
No.
Halfway here, I nearly turned back. I suppose I'm not the first to find it easier to think clearly when I'm under the spell of your salesmanship.
Now, Marion, surely you don't think I've been trying to sell you.
Oh, no, you've given me something. That's why I decided to come.
I don't recall giving you.
Oh, yes, you have. Something beautiful. That's why I came, and I'm glad. Please don't be afraid that I expect too much more. One can't expect a traveling salesman to stay put. I know there have been many ports of call, and there will be many more, but that's no reason for me not to be grateful for what you will leave behind for me.
Marion,
There were bells on the hill, but I never heard them ringing. No, I never heard them at all, till there was you. There were birds in the sky, but I never saw them ringing. No, I never saw them at all, till there was you. And there was music, and there were roses. They tell me in sweet fragrant meadows of dawn and dew, there was love all around, but I never heard it singing. No, I never heard it at all, till there was you.
There was love all around, but I never heard it singing. No, I never heard it at all, till there was you.
Gregory!
Excuse me, I'm expecting a cable from Hector Verlois. This could be it. Now what?
Who's the salesman around here? Sounds like she's selling and you're buying.
You nuts? I'd keep her off balance, didn't I? I told you that.
Well, she's so far off balance you can't tell her from a cat from the hurricane.
Listen, Buster Brown, I've come up through the ranks in this skirmish, and I am not resigning without my commission.
But Greg, you can't get anywhere out here on the
Listen.
footbridge.
Place over Madison Park makes this footbridge look like an old lady's home. Now beat it, go get the rig. Never a peace alone in the music business. Now, where were we?
You were about to tell me what I don't know about you.
Ah, yes. We don't really have to go into that just now, do we?
No, we don't, or ever for that matter, Harold. The librarian hasn't felt much like doing research lately, but she did plenty when you first came here.
Oh, Oh, about what?
About Professor Harold Hill, Gary Conservatory of Music, gold medal class of Ot 5. Harold, there was no conservatory in Ot 5.
Why, there certainly was.
Because the town wasn't even built till '06. I see the sociable.
So how long have you known?
Since July 7. 3 days after you came, I tore this out of the Indiana Journal. It was originally intended to use against you, but now I give it to you with all my heart.
But if you knew, why didn't you? Why, you little... While 110 coordinates blazed away, then I modestly took my place as the one and only base, and I oompah'd up and down the square.
Good night, my someone, good night, my love.
With 110 coordinates right behind.
A star is shining its brightest light.
There were horns of every shape and sweet dreams be yours here, if dreams there be.
While 110 coordinates play the air.
I wish I may, and I wish I might. Now good night, my someone. Good night.
Greg! This guy's crazy! He's running all over town and spilling everything!
Well, I'll say I'm crazy. Miss my train, probably lost my job, but I got you now, Hill. And you'd be in the clink right now had it been for that piano teacher. I told her all about you and what she'd do. Lily gagged me so I couldn't get shit. Little dried up man hunk.
Get out of here, I tan your hide.
What? You big bully? I'll stay here till you get yours up, down, through, and sideways. You never even knew the territory.
Here's your stuff, Greg! The rig's in the alley. Come on, let's go!
Stop! Listen to this man.
You gullible green grass goat! Can't you see you're being swindled through your teeth right now? There's a burglar in the bedroom while you're fiddling in the parlor. I'm talking, of course, about Harold Hill, road agent, highwayman, pickpocket. Same thing. He's had his hand in your wallet, sir, and yours, madam, and yours, little lady, ever since the moment that he came to this town. There's more documented evidence than you'll ever have time to read.
Listen, Buster, I don't even know how to read.
There wasn't any band, there isn't going to be any band, and there never will be any band. And if you don't let this man down right now like a mad dog, there isn't going to be any Harold Hill either. He'll be on the next train out of town.
Now will you believe me?
Yes.
I want my money back.
Yes, I want a car!
After him! And when you find him, bring him back to the new station! After him! Not me, you fool! Harold Hill!
Winthrop, he's run away. Please go, Harold. They're even talking about tar and feathers.
I had to see you.
It's okay. Don't you know that? You don't owe me a word, not a word. Please go.
Quick! He's not over here upside down by the creek!
Oh, wait a minute, your son.
Now you're solemnly going me.
Not till I talk to you for a minute.
I wouldn't listen. You wouldn't tell the truth anyway.
I would too. Tell you anything you want to know.
Can you do the band?
No.
Are you a big liar?
Yes.
Are you a dirty, rotten crook?
Yes.
Wish you'd never come to River City.
What's the matter? You wanted the truth, didn't you? I'm bigger than you're going to stand here and get lost. You might as well quit wiggling. Two things you're entitled to know. One, you're a wonderful kid. I thought so from the very start. It's why I wanted you in the band, so you quit moping around feeling sorry for yourself.
What band?
I always think there's a band, kid.
What's the other thing I'm entitled to know?
Well, the other thing, now that I think about it, isn't really any of your business.
Wish you'd never come to River City.
No, you don't, Winthrop.
Sister, do you believe him?
I believe everything he ever said.
But he promised us.
I know what he promised us, and it all happened just like he said. And the lights and the flags and the colors and the symbols.
Where was all that?
And the way every kid in this town walked around here all summer and looked and acted, especially you. And the parents, too. Does Mama wish he'd never come to River City?
Well, you do, don't you?
I don't, Winthrop. Now go, Harold, please.
Go on, Professor. That way.
I can't go with you.
Why not?
For the first time in my life, I've got my foot caught in the door. There was love all around, but I never heard it singing. No, I never heard it at all, till there was you.
Quick! They're here! That way! That way!
That way, brother! That way!
Which is why I interrupted the meeting at this point. Now, rest assured, this snake in our bosom would have been misapprehended at this time. Yes. And I can only have you remember, my fine fellow river citizens, that I did everything in my power to prevent this dire happening from, happening. Force cord!
You don't get our money back.
Oh,
$300 in uniforms just tonight.
now, man,
We haven't even seen them uniforms yet.
he's slippery, I told you.
Seen any uniforms? Or my boy is
No, I'm sure there's...
Back situation here.
Force cord! Just a minute. Virtue has triumphed. The sword of education has cut down Professor Harold Hill. And if there are those of you who I have heard who are melting feathers and collecting tar, I need not say your name.
Well, I think there ought to be some of you who could forget our everlasting, eye-stubborn, chip-on-the-shoulder arrogance long enough to remember River City before Harold Hill arrived. Do you remember? Well, do you? Surely some of you ought to be grateful for what he's brought to River City. And if so, I should think you'd want to admit it.
You're wasting a great deal of time here. If there's a person in this hall who believes this man Hill should not be farred and tethered and tarred and feathered, let them stand up. Oh, you lady, sit down! Then the rest see you standing there like a coat of Shropshire sheep. Have you forgotten how you bought expensive band uniforms, technical instruction books, high-priced band instruments? Have you forgotten the clear understanding and warranty that your child would be taught to play in a band? Well, where's the band? Where's the band? Think, man. Think.
thank yous. Bernardo Lopez in the pit.
Ryan Yoxheimer on piano.
Kent Slider for designing our set.
On lights.
Thank you. Marilyn Delatron for the pictures.
Echo Video Productions.
Donna Bernstein.
Parents and siblings who help build, share, and support the show.
Of course, thank you for attending our production. Thank you so much.
One big thank you to Meredith.
We'd like to invite up our directors, Mr. Miller, Mrs. Cronkey, and Mr. Hoffman.
First of all, thank you for supporting this wonderful group of students. When we started this, there were lots of questions. And here's the answer. Could not be more proud of our high schoolers who took the opportunity to become mentors. I couldn't be more proud of our middle schoolers who rose to the challenge that they were given. We are fortunate in this. We're fortunate in this community that we have wonderfully talented musicians, wonderfully talented actors, singers, dancers. So thank you, and thank you for your continued support. And we hope to see you again next show.